23, Dan Ibert. Number 3, Dylan Enzina. Number 12, John David. Number 4, Dylan Steiner. And number 11, Porter Boucher. Coaches, DJ Hidalgo, Butch Lavelle, and Clint Judice. For South Carolina, number 2, Ryder Manalay. Number 16, PJ Merlando. Number 14, Mason Salisbury. Number 8, Thayer Tavermina. Number 25, Drew Hayes. Number 0, Cameron Scott. Number 7, 42, Landon Gomes. Number 21, Hunter Gomes. Number 24, Donovan Johnson. Number 34, Charlie Meade. Number 27, Banks Wickersham. Number 9, Micah Anderson. Coach John Hayes, Perry Morlando, and Chad Salisbury. At this time, we have a special presentation to make from last night's game. Mr. Jay Bennett, Vice President of Dixie Youth Baseball, and Mr. Randy Contrell, National Director for Louisiana, to present Alonzo Alexander a no-hitter game ball from last night against Florida. Congratulations. Now, if you would, remove your hats and stand for invocation and national anthem.
Let's give honor to our Heavenly Father, and let's pray. Our Lord and Savior, we come this afternoon with grateful hearts for all that you've done for us this tournament, for keeping people safe back and forth to their homes and places of stay, for keeping the players safe on the field. Lord, for the great sportsmanship that we have seen here this week, we just want to honor you for that. Lord, we ask that you continue to help us to put our best foot forward, help us to play our best, help the umpires to umpire their best, and Lord, help us always to remember that you're watching. For all these things, Lord, we ask in Jesus' name, amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we kick off Championship Day coverage here at the 2018 DYB Majors World Series here from Pennington Park in Lumberton, North Carolina, brought to you live on the internet here at JockJive.com. Jason Thompson bringing you the action of what could be the championship game as the undefeated boys of North Charleston, South Carolina look to wrap up the World Series title this morning with a win over Franklin, Louisiana. If Franklin wins, there will be an if game later today. Louisiana wearing their purple tops, white pants, yellow numbers and letters with the white trim, looking like the LSU Tigers. They will send the following lineup to the plate against South Carolina pitcher Drew Hayes. Number 10 is Lauren Wells in left field. 5 is Ethan Judice, the pitcher. 7 is Alonzo Alexander in center. Number 9 is Landon Walden. 1 is Gabe Hebert in right field. Number 6, Reed Lovell behind the plate. 42 is Jeremy Pradia at second base. 23 is Dan Ibert at first. 3 is Dylan Enzina, the shortstop. 12 is John David Hidalgo, the third baseman. 4 is Dylan Steiner. And number 11 is Carter Fauché. Clint Judice is the Louisiana manager with Bucky Lovell, and DJ Hidalgo, the assistant coaches. For Team South Carolina, they're wearing their, very dark blue tops with white pants, the blue stripe down the side with the white numbers and letters with the gray trim across the infield from left to right. From third to first is number 14, Mason Salisbury. 2 is Ryder Manali. 24, Donovan Johnson. And 8 is Thayer Tavermina. The outfield from left to right, number 21 is Hunter Gomes. 42 is Landon Gomes. And 0 is Cameron Scott. Behind the plate, number 16 is P.J. Morlando, and on the bump is number 25, Drew Hayes. John Hayes is the South Carolina manager. Perry Morlando, Chad Salisbury, your assistant coaches. The number you see on the screen is a number to text. It is not a number to call, and we've got a couple already. 850-380-7267. It says, let's do this, Louisiana, with, the 2 fish and the 2 cross emojis in purple. Says North Charleston, bring home the gold. We all got this, boys. Number 16, PJ, we love you. And is swung on first pitch, and the shortstop can't handle it. It's going to trickle into left field. That's going to be an E6. It's going to be a 2-base error, and he will stay there at second. Lauren Wells reaching on the E6. Says draw the fish, Team Louisiana. Play hard and trust your abilities. Victorious you are with yellow and purple heart emojis and a baseball emoji. Let's go, Louisiana. Next out of it too quick. Let's go back to that. Let's go, Louisiana. We love you, Dylan, number 3 from the Pro family. As they're checking on the shortstop, Ryder Manali, you see, because that ball kind of popped up there at the last minute. I believe this is South Carolina manager John Hayes going to go check on his shortstop. Wells hit that ball right on the screws, and it kind of ate up the shortstop a little bit. Says, good job, Lowe. Let's go, Team Louisiana from the Lopez's. And, of course, Louisiana, they spell it G-E-A-U-X. All the other games are going on right now in the AAA division. Florida has an early lead on North Carolina. South Carolina awaits the winner there. Alabama and Arkansas in the Ozone game with Louisiana waiting for the winner. So right now, this field is the only one that is not guaranteed an if game. The boys of Franklin hoping to change that. As earlier on Tuesday, South Carolina edged Louisiana 3-1 as Ethan Judice to the plate with the go-ahead runner Lauren Wells at second. That is plucked and hit out of play to the left side. Both Alonzo Alexander, who's on deck for Louisiana, and Thayer Tavermina at first, both ineligible to pitch today as they both went over the 40-pitch mark yesterday just to get their teams to this point. The 0-1 is swung on and clubbed down the left side. Left fielder's going to give chase, and that's going to get out of play. It's now 0-2. Says, redemption game is on. Go Team Louisiana from the guys at Cajun Gas and Diesel. Of course, we'll be in Louisiana next year for the World Series. Ruston, to be precise. Says, go SC from National Director Glenn Wagner. Tell State Director McCullough to keep me posted. If I see him, I will tell him. Pitch is swung on and fouled back. So this is the only South Carolina game going on right now, so I would imagine Paul's going to be floating around somewhere. The 0-2 poked out of play. Way to stay alive there by Ethan Judice, just poking that one out of play, protecting the plate. Good luck, SC. We love you, PJ, from Leslie and Lily. We have some news about Mr. Morlando that we'll talk about when he comes up in the bottom of the first. He's behind the plate here. The 0-2 swung on and fouled out of play. Actually, was talking to young Mr. Orlando and Dad yesterday. He's got the very patriotic catcher's gear going on. I asked his dad how much that cost. He said it's about $550. I told the son, if you ever switch positions, your dad will kill you. That swung on, fouled out of play. So again, Judice in a good battle here. As we see Mr. Todd McCullough, Glenn Wagner says to keep him updated.
Keep him updated.
All right. The message has been delivered, Mr. Wagner. He's now joining us behind our broadcast location. And I believe this is the 6th pitch of this at bat. Swung on, poked, and I thought that may have hit him in the box. It did. Actually, the first base umpire is calling it. The home plate umpire didn't see it, but the first base umpire, and rightly so, it hit him in the box, but the home plate umpire didn't call it immediately. It did look like it kind of deadened out there. So the home plate umpire actually will tell you about it. Mr. Barry Lentz is behind the plate, Kannapolis, North Carolina. J.D. Batchelor at first from Whiteville, North Carolina. Eric McCullum at second from Taylorsville, Mississippi. And Joseph Stone at third from Albany, Georgia. So another 2-strike pitch. That swung on, hit down the right field line, now fall foul. It's about the 7th pitch of this at bat. We got a good battle here right off the bat with Hayes and Judice. Franklin Youth Baseball Organization is so very proud of Team Louisiana. Bring home the championship to Caffrey Park. Says go Ethan Judice from Mimi. Good battle here between Hayes and Judice. And another 0-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Shortstop can't get to it. It's going to go into center field all the way to the fence. A run is going to score. It's going to be a double. He's headed for third. The throw to third is not going to be in time. A triple for Ethan Judice. What a battle at the plate. Fouling off about 4 or 5 pitches. And giving Team Louisiana the early 1-0 lead. About an 8-pitch at bat as Judice drives in Lauren Wells as Alonzo Alexander to the plate. Mr. Alexander got a game ball from yesterday for throwing a no-hitter. Forgot to mention that on the broadcast, so congrats, Alonzo. Alexander is now in center field. And as we mentioned, he threw about 60 pitches, so he's ineligible to pitch today. They're throwing, I think they're telling him to throw the ball to second base to see if he missed the base, and we're going to see no. The appeal is no. So apparently he did touch the base. It says go Ethan Judice with the smiley face emoji. It says go Team Louisiana. We love our number 9 Landon Walden as Alonzo Alexander batting from the right side, and he rips one foul. Still nobody out. As Landon Walden, the aforementioned Walden, waits on deck for Team Louisiana. Says you got this, Alonzo. Bring Ethan in. The pitch, big swing and a miss, now 0-2. So all 3 game fields going right now. Fields 1, 4, and 5. Number 4 is the Ozone Final. 1 is the AAA. The 0-2 pitch here, low and away for ball 1. Again, an E6 and a RBI triple. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, hit down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. He's right on the line. He makes the catch. The throw coming home is going to be offline. Overshooting Orlando at the plate. Good strong throw, just a little high. So the sac fly plates Judice, and Louisiana with the 2-0 lead. One down here in the top of the first for Landon Walden, one of the defensive replacements. Again, all 12 players must play at least 3 outs in the field. That's rip foul down the left side. The if game is scheduled for 7, but they can move it up if both teams agree. So we invite you to like us on Facebook. If there is a change in any game time, we will certainly let you know. It says, good luck, SC from Hanahan. The 0-1 pitch is a ball low and away. 1-1. As Gabe Hebert, number 1, waits on deck for the boys of Franklin, Louisiana, who lead 2-0 here. The pitch is low and away. Orlando, nice job with the block there. As Walden calls time to get some dirt on the batting glove. The 2-1 pitch is a strike call. That'll even it at 2-2. Does a good job, Louisiana. That is strike 3. Says we are sending good vibes to y'all. It's worked so far. As Team Louisiana with a pair of runs here in the top of the first. An error, a triple, and a sac fly. Go Team Louisiana from the president and board of FYBO. I'm going to take a guess. Franklin Youth Baseball Organization. Gabe Hebert, the right fielder for Team Louisiana. That one gets away from Orlando. 1-1. Base is empty here. An E6, a triple, and a sac fly. Have the boys of Franklin up 2-0. The 1-1, that's way outside now, 2-1. Wind blowing from right to left, you see out there with the flags. The pitch is a swing and a miss. 2-2. If Louisiana was to lose this game and South Carolina wins the World Series here in this game, we will stay on, show you all the post-game festivities. The 2-2 pitch is a strike 3 called. So that'll do it for the top of the first, but the boys of Franklin with a pair. We will head to the bottom of the first, where the boys of North Charleston will send this lineup to the plate against Louisiana pitcher Ethan Judice. Number 2 is Ryder Manali, the shortstop. 16 is P.J. Marlando, the catcher. 14 is Mason Salisbury at third base. 8 is Thayer Tavermina at first. 25 is the pitcher Drew Hayes. 0 is Cameron Scott in right. 42 is Landon Gomes, the center fielder. 21 is Hunter Gomes in left. 24 is Donovan Johnson at second. 34 is Charlie Meade. 27 is Banks Wickersham, and number 9 is Micah Anderson. John Hayes, the South Carolina manager. Perry Orlando, Chad Salisbury, the assistant coaches. For Team Louisiana, across the infield from left to right, from third to first, is number 12, John David Hidalgo. 3 is Dylan Enzina, 42, Jeremy Pradia, and 23 is Dan Eibert. The outfield from left to right is number 10, Lauren Wells, 7, Alonzo Alexander, and 1 is Gabe Hebert. Behind the plate, number 6 is Reed Lovell. On the bump is number 5, Ethan Judice. Clint Judice is the manager. Bucky Howell and DJ Hidalgo, the assistant coaches. LSU got y'all back, watching from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Bring home the win with the 3 baseball emojis. Go ahead and mention it now in case I don't get a chance when he comes up. P.J. Orlando, who is the on-deck batter, has a new Dixie Youth record. He has recorded 10 consecutive base hits. The old record was 8, shared by 3 different players. So congratulations to young P.J. Orlando. He has a new DYB record, 10 consecutive hits. I understand he hit 2 home runs yesterday. As shortstop Ryder Manali will lead things off. Summer of Dixie is underway between now and mid-August. JockJive will be streaming all this tournament. The Final 4 of the Junior Dixie Boys Pre-Majors, and Majors World Series, the AAA Ozone Major World Series here in Lumberton, and so much more. Catch it all right here on JockJive.com. What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation during the local season. Every player on every team is required to play in every game. In World Series play, all players are required to bat at least once in every game and play 1 inning on defense. This is not a perfect rule, but is much more than most youth baseball organizations require, and allows each player to be an active participant in every game played by his team. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong in Dixie Youth Baseball. Make sure that they do by enforcing this rule. The Dixie Youth believes this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction. Good luck, SC. Have fun with the baseball emoji from Wizzy in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. As that one misses up for a ball, we have a shout out from Virginia here. We'll go ahead and read. It says, from Justin Gunter, number 32, and family of the Virginia Majors, huge shout out to my coaches, John Tony, Travis Hicks, and Bug Edwards. Thank you for everything y'all have done. You've been a great impact, and we love y'all. All right. That one's a strike call to Ryder Manali. Says, hold 'em, boys. Send love out to number 3. Mama is so proud of you, Dylan and Zena. The 1-1-2. Manali is a ball outside. As Lovell tried to bring it back into the zone, but just missing that outside black. 2-1 to the lefty, Ryder Manali. The 2-1 pitch is inside. I think it bounced away from the catcher, hitting him in the shin guard there. So shout out to PJ from BJ. Says, we're pulling for you, SC. Bring home the win. Way to represent from the Watts family. The 3-1 pitch is up. Did he go around? He did not. They checked with the third base umpire to see if he held up his swing, and third base umpire says he did. So Manali will head down there. As the aforementioned P.J. Merlando looking to extend his World Series record of 10 consecutive base hits. Batting from the left side, and does he hold his swing? It looks like he did. And again, folks, this is a line to text. It is not a number to call. The pitch is a strike call. Ethan Judice is pitching for Louisiana. Says, good luck, LA, from hashtag Team Pradia. The 1-1 is low and in for ball 2. Says, Landon or Hunter, I'll give you a high five if you hit a home run. I would imagine they're going to want a little more than that. But I'm sure they'll take the high five. The 2-1 is swung on and hit to left field, and it is going to be over the left fielder's head. It's going to be another hit from Orlando. That's 11. Runner headed to third. Manali will be standing there with a double for P.J. Morlando. 11 hits in a row as he continues his World Series record. That was hit right on the screws, and Lauren Wells, I don't know if he misjudged it, but he leaped up and couldn't make the catch. Says, let's go SC, we have this. A shout out to John Hayes, always finding a way to get his kid on the team. Okay. The pitch, inside for a ball. Mason Salisbury, the batter. The 1-0 is a ball 2. Says, great job, SC, as Louisiana in jeopardy of giving their lead back after scoring 2 in the top half. The pitch is a big swing and a miss by Salisbury. Going for the downs there. It's 2-1. Ryder Manali at third base. P.J. Merlando at second. Louisiana with the 2-0 lead, scoring 2 in the top half. The 2-1 pitch is a chopper to the third baseman. Bobbles, recovers, and he'll put it in his pocket. It'll be an E6 as now the bases are loaded. The ball did not get too far from third base, so Manali unable to advance as Thayer Tavermina batting with the bases loaded and nobody out. Pitch to Tavermina is a big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Says, let's go Mason and SC from the Wilsons. Let's go SC. Pulling for you, Landon and Hunter Gomes. Shout out to North Charleston. Not reading the rest of that one. The pitch is swung on and fouled. Love our SE team. That's from Linda. PJ has a huge heart to match his talent. The Osbornes love him. I actually will tell you a story I heard from one of the district directors, Mr. Jones. We'll talk about that in between innings. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. One down. Actually, I'll try to get to it now. Ralph Jones had mentioned to me at a district tournament, whether it was last year or in the past year, Moncks Corner beat North Charleston to win their district, and Ralph Jones was walking out, and they announced his birthday over the PA system, and that is up and away. Here comes Manali, the throw to the plate, and he is going to be out at the plate. 1-2 on the put out. So 2 outs here, and Jones was on his way to his car, and the young Orlando went running after him after they had lost the district chain. Just wanted to wish him a happy birthday. So that's pretty impressive. Shout out to the North Charleston team for – okay. Yeah, I'm trying to read through all these, and people are slipping some past me. The pitch is a swing and a miss, 1-1. We're so proud of you, Drew Hayes, from your fans at Reeves Elementary. That'll be the last time that happens. The 1-1 is up and away for ball 2. And the runner is Orlando at third and Salisbury at second. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled straight back. 2-2. Says, good play, boys. That's hashtag Team LA. As Louisiana looking to get out of this jam. They had bases loaded with nobody out. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So South Carolina has them loaded in the bottom of the first. They fail to score. As we head to the top of the second, Louisiana looking to add to a 2-0 lead here in championship day of the 2018 DYB Majors World Series here on JockJive.com. So let's go SC, my favorite little cousins, the Gomes twins. Says, come on, Ethan, strike them out.
Pitch count for Ethan Judice.
So Ethan Judice with 21 pitches through the first inning. Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of young men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after high school graduation. 85 $2,000 scholarships were awarded this year. High school seniors are eligible to complete an application and mail it by February 1st, 2019 for consideration of a scholarship award. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in any 12U age division and will be a senior next year, we encourage you to consider this opportunity. Many scholarship recipients are glad that they did. Applications will be available after October 1st, 2018 on the DYB website at youth.dixie.org for 2019 scholarships. Be sure to follow JockJive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we're at JockJive. And on Facebook, simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine. We give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and more. Twitter and Facebook, a great way to keep up with JockJive Sports, as we'll try to straighten the camera real quick. Back here, we're Team Louisiana after getting out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom half. We'll send up Lovell, Pradia, and Eibert. The pitch is swung on, ripped into center field for a base hit. for the second inning in a row. Louisiana going after the first pitch of the inning, and it pays off. Let's go SC, cheering y'all on. Work hard, play hard, have fun, and bring home the W. Go Banks and Micah from Aunt Shannon. Let's go Jay Long. Knock it out of the park. Hashtag Team Pradia. Shout out to the Gomes brothers as Pradia takes ball one. Wells hit the first pitch of the game, a screamer to Manali, who it ate him up a little bit on the first pitch, reaching on an error. Here, a single by Lovell. As Pradia calls time. I believe this is Clint Judice going over the signals again. Pitch is swung on, ground ball. That gets through for a base hit. So runners at first and second with nobody out. As Dan Eibert, the first baseman, to the plate. Let's go Team Louisiana. Shout out to John David Hidalgo from Friends and Family in Broussard, Louisiana. The pitch, he lays down the bunt. It's a good one. Orlando will fire to first, and not in time as the shortstop late to cover at third base as Salisbury was coming in to cover the bunt. So bases are loaded here for Team Louisiana. As it'll be Dylan Enzina as South Carolina's got to come in for the play at the plate as Salisbury cheers up Hayes. He's being put in a huge jam here. The pitch to Enzina is a ball. Says come in, Dan. Let's go Dylan, the next one reads. 2 balls, no strikes here to Enzina. The 2-0 swung on and hit well to left field. That could be trouble. Left fielder going back, and it's going to one help the fence. That could clear the bases. 1's going to score. 2's going to score. Runner coming around third. Shortstop will throw home. It will not be in time. A 3-run triple for Dylan Enzina. It's 5-0 Franklin. And time is called. I believe this is John Hayes talking to son and infielders. Franklin, Louisiana is the best with the baseball emoji. If you want a download of any game of this week's tournament, it's only $5 each. Just email info@jockjive.com, info@jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want. We'll send an electronic invoice that allows you to pay by debit or credit card, and the games will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake you'll want to have for a lifetime. As Dylan Manali will take over on the mound. That means obviously we're going to have us a new shortstop.
Pitch count for Ethan Judice, 32.
I believe Hayes will just take his place at shortstop. We see him coming back out. And it looks like he will go to shortstop.
Number 2, Ryder.
So the infield is now.
Make sure he didn't charge those pitches to Ethan. He just said Ethan Judice for 30-something pitches. Okay. Make sure he didn't put that kid's pitches on Ethan.
Yeah, we heard the PA announcer say the wrong pitcher's name. They said Judice and not Hayes. So I think Hayes with 37 pitches, not Judice. So the Louisiana coaches want to make sure that they're straight with that. Yeah, they said Judice.
32.
So 32 for Drew Hayes. So he'll be eligible to pitch if there is an if game, which right now Louisiana's hoping is the case. It says, go Louisiana, the hashtag Team Pradia. So John David Hidalgo, the 10th batter of the inning, to the plate. Dixie Youth rules, all 12 batters bat the first time through the lineup. Then it's cut to the first 9 and then coaches at their discretion can reinsert the 12, 11, or 10, 11, 12 batters. Now, in the AA division, apparently they bat the whole game. All 12 bat the entire game, but the defensive rule still stands, is that everybody has to play 3 consecutive defensive outs. More shout-out says, good hit, Dylan. Go, Louisiana. And thanks, JockJive from Jimmy Daigle. Well, you're welcome. I think we've broadcast a Daigle during one of these World Series. Name rings a bell. The pitch to Hidalgo. Ground ball. Past the diving third baseman into left. And another run will score. Louisiana up 6-0. As Enzina scores. Dylan Steiner to the plate. Did somebody, well, says let's bring it on home. Did somebody say redemption? Go Louisiana. I think somebody did. Thing is, now they're going to have to do it again. Granted, this score stays the way it is. Dylan Steiner to the plate. And he takes a pitch for a strike. And there are still nobody out. That is chopped foul to the left side. It says go South Carolina. City of North Charleston is cheering hard. The 1-2 to Steiner, missing outside. Now 2-2. So again, it's Ryder Manali taking over on the mound here for Drew Hayes. He swung on a foul back. Shout out to Mason. Get down on the balk. Get it back, North Charleston. All of us at City Hall are rooting for you. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. One down with a runner at first for the boys of Franklin as Carter Fauché, the 12th and final batter, to the plate. Pitch swung on and bunted foul to the right side. The 0-1, change up, a beauty, a strike. Wow, the big Uncle Charlie right there. It's 0-2. Shout out to LA, Kill SC. The pitch, change up, swung on, fouled. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is strike 3 called. Says, come on, SC, let's get this done. Y'all have played hard. 2 down.
Next batter for Louisiana, number 10, Lauren Wells.
That's Lauren Wells, who reached on an error his first time, and he takes strike 1. The 0-1, that's going to miss up and away, even at a ball and a strike. Pitch is a ball just missing. Says, let's go, Lauren. Chopper to the second baseman. He has it over to first. In time for the out. It goes 4-3, but not before the boys of Franklin erupt for 4. The 3-run triple by Enzina, the big hit of the game. They leave 1 on. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Boys of North Charleston coming to bat, trailing 6-0 here on JockJive. Says go Franklin. bring home the title. I know y'all can do it, from Chad Pickens of the Morgan City 12U All-Stars. South Carolina. I've got the North in my book because it's North Charleston, so I want to say North Carolina. It is North Charleston, South Carolina. We'll bring up Scott and the Gomeses, Landon and Hunter.
Pitch count for Ryder Manley, 15.
Says, let's go, Lauren. Let's go, Ryder. Throw strikes. Go, Team South Carolina. JockJive Sports Productions works small events and large, from T-Ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio only to full-scale production. For ESPN, we do it all. Find out how we can cover your team or event. Email info@jockjive.com. Cameron Scott will lead things off for North Charleston. A lot of work to do here, down 6-0 as the boys of Franklin look to force the if game later today. Pitch is a strike called.
Ball on second, first batter from South Carolina, number 0, Cameron Scott.
The 0-1 tries to hold up. He cannot. It's 0-2.
Louisiana, left field, number 11, Carter Crochet. Second, number 4, Dylan Steiner. And right field, number 9, Landon Walden.
So Louisiana's going to meet its defensive requirements. Oh, as it hits Scott in the leg. And South Carolina with the leadoff man aboard.
South Carolina has completed their substitution.
So number 11, Carter Fauché, is now in left for Wells. Number 9 is Landon Walden in right for Abear. And number 4, Dylan Steiner at second for Pradia. So Louisiana will have met its defensive requirements at the end of this half inning, as they're giving Scott a minute to walk that one off. He appears to be all right, as Landon Gomes will swing and miss. Oh, and 1. The 0-1 pitch is a big swing and a miss. Count is now 0-2.
Batting number 42, Landon Gomes.
Says we've been down by more. Let's eat, boys. The hashtag says go SC. Pitch to Gomes, a big swing and a miss. Strike 3. Runner headed to second, and he's going to be out. For some reason, Scott took off late. That's going to go 1-5, or 1-6 rather, for out number 2. Goodness. Let's go Hondo. Hashtag Team Twins. That's Gomes with a swing and a miss.
Now batting number 21, Hunter Gomes.
The 0-1 is a swing and a miss. Now 0-2. Everything that can go wrong has for South Carolina. Bases loaded with nobody out in the first. They fail to score. The pitch is a strike 3 called. They had the leadoff man on here in the second, and he's thrown out trying to steal. So the boys in purple have everything going here in the early going. Go to the top of the third. 6-0 our score here on JockJive.com. Says great job, LA. Let's come on, South Carolina. Bring it home to North Charleston. Nesbitt says, settle down, boys. Stay focused and execute.
Pitch count for Ethan Judice, 30. Substitution for South Carolina, number 9, Micah Anderson, left field.
Yeah, that, oh, you did?
Yeah, so somebody was.
Yeah. Ralph might know
Top
that.
of the third, first batter for Louisiana, number 5, Ethan Judice.
Popped up, and the first baseman will make the catch for the out. One out here in the third.
Louisiana, number 7, Alonzo Alexander.
As Lonzo Alexander to the plate. He hit a sac fly his first time, and changeup misses high, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Did it hit him? Yeah, it did. I think it got him in the shirt. So a hit by pitch.
Next batter, number 9, Landon.
As Landon Walden, who struck out his first time to the plate. As Gabe Hebert to the plate, as I believe this is Clint Judice having a quick chat with Walden. Boys of Franklin looking to force the if game later. Shout out says, let's go North Charleston. From Hammer. I'm assuming that's not the rapper. Or the former rapper, rather. That one's a swing and a miss. Gets away from the catcher. That's going to be a stolen base for Alexander, who gets down there quickly. Pop out by Judice is the first time the leadoff man hasn't been on for Louisiana. First 2 in the first come in to score. The first 4 in the second come in to score. So Louisiana getting them on early in the innings. That's square around a bunt. He went down, and did he foul it? No, I guess he must have missed it because the runner's now at third. Just come on, Landon. You are awesome with the baseball emoji. Just come on, boys. Y'all have been down bigger. The 0-2 is a strike 3 called. So 2 down. And South Carolina needs an out in the worst way right here. Already down 6. And Gabe Hebert to the plate. Time is called. We have a bat out in the on-deck circle that's unattended. It is a warm day here. Very, very little cloud cover, so obviously the threat of rain non-existent. The pitch is a strike called. It says from Virginia Majors. Fan says, good luck to all teams playing. So proud of VA Majors for the heart and respect you had during this World Series tournament. It's a strike call. 0-2. Again, Alonzo Alexander is at third. The 0-2 pitch is a big swing and a miss. Strike 3, so South Carolina gets out of what could have been another huge jam with a runner on base. So for the first time today, the boys of Franklin fail to score. They leave 1 on. They have left 2 on in the game. We'll head to the bottom of the third. The boys of North Charleston with work to do. They trail 6-0 here. As Louisiana looking to force the if game here in the Majors division here on JockJive.com. Sportsmanship is an important part of the game of baseball. Dixie Youth Baseball awards a sportsmanship trophy for each World Series to the team which demonstrates great sportsmanship throughout the series. As adults, we should set an example for the players. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team.
30.
Again, be a good example of sportsmanship for your team. Yell for your team and not against the opposing team. So North Carolina, did it again. North Charleston, South Carolina will send up Johnson, Meade, and Wickersham, 9, 10, 11 batters for South Carolina. A shout out to Landon Walden from Nanny, Erica, and Uncle Jules. Let's go Team Louisiana. Says, come on, LA, hashtag Team Pradia. As South Carolina's Donovan Johnson to the plate here in the third.
Number 24, Donovan Johnson.
He's the second baseman for the North Charleston bunch. Now missing for a ball. So it looks like in the AAA division, North Carolina scores twice in the bottom of the sixth to edge Florida. So North Carolina and South Carolina will play at 5:30 for the AAA final. That's a strike called. 6. But again, I understand if the two coaches agree to move it up, they can. Pitches a ball. But I would imagine both those teams don't have far to travel, so they may just keep that at regular time. But we'll see. Again, I don't know which field I will be on later. Pitch is a ball. So we're going to have a walk here to Johnson. So we'll have a border battle for the AAA final. North and South Carolina to do battle. Woohoo, that's my baby, number 3. Go Dylan and Zena. Go Team Louisiana. Love Mama and the Zena family. So let's do this, fellas. Time to eat, relax, do your job at the plate, fellas. Hashtag execute. Pitch is low and away, and the runner headed to second. As it says 3 up, 3 down, go purple and gold. Unless we get a double play here, that won't be the case. As time is called, as Clint Judice going to have to talk with Sun and infield. Don't forget to subscribe to the JockJive YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel, and you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. Of course, all World Series games are being webcast on JockJive.com. You can click on the link on the Dixie Youth website at youth.dixie.org to view the games live and listen to the play-by-play. You can also order copies of the games after the series ends on JockJive. The 1-0 pitch inside as Meade almost hit him. South Carolina needs runners bad here. Down a half dozen here in the third. The 2-0 is a ball upstairs. It's 3-0. Judice has got to be getting close to the 40-pitch mark. Upstairs, a 4-pitch walk. So 2 walks here. It says hi JockJive. Well, hi back. And again, Louisiana's already without Alonzo Alexander for his 60-pitch outing, 60-plus pitch outing yesterday. The pitch is a ball. Again, if you didn't hear, Alonzo Alexander got his no-hitter ball back before we started today. I feel bad I did not mention that after the broadcast. Sorry about that, Alonzo. So congrats on your no-hitter. As says, go Charlie Boy and SC from Cousin Ray in North Charleston, SC. Says, go Mason Salisbury in South Carolina. The Sailors are cheering you on from Ohio. Go get them. And here comes Clint Judice going out for the second time, so I imagine they're going to have to pull him here. And yes, we have a new pitcher. So Judice out, and it looks like Walden in to pitch. So Walden obviously not in right field anymore. I guess Abear is back starting there. And it looks like Judice is going to short. While we do that, let's go ahead and try to straighten his camera out once more. Again, every time you hear that ball hit the fence, it gets knocked a little wobbly. So let me check that real quick.
Pitch count for Ethan Judice, 40. Now pitching from Louisiana, number 9, Landon Walden.
It looks like we got at least both the bases back in there as Walden continues his warm-up tosses. As the shout-outs start to roll in. Good luck, Jeremy, from Momo, Vergi, and Aunt Tammy. Love you. Where are the games played? Lumberton, North Carolina. Let's go, Team Louisiana. Way to go, Dylan and Zena. We love you so very much, and we're cheering for you and your team, thinking you always love little brothers Peyton, Caden, Michael, and sister Ashton. As that one is a strike to Banks Wickersham. Wickersham, the number 11 batter. Scoring around a bunt. He gets it down, but it is foul down the right side. So Wickersham now 0 and actually 1 and 2. There was a 1-ball count when. And again, folks, this is a number 2 text. It is not a number 2 call. Says strike him out, Landon, with the heart emoji, or the baseball emoji. Says go Team Louisiana. The 1-2 here to Wickersham as he steps out and then jumps back in. Micah Anderson waiting on deck. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, ground ball, backhanded by the third baseman. He has it, then he'll tag his base. So 5 unassisted. As John David Hidalgo hanging with it. Actually, that's number 3 in there at third. Enzina. So Judice to short, Enzina to third. Knocked it down. He just happened to be kneeling right on the base. So 5 unassisted for out number 1. Pitch to Anderson is low. Again, South Carolina has put the leadoff man on in every inning. They had bases loaded with nobody out in the first, failed to score. Pitch is outside. The leadoff man, Scott, reached on a hit by pitch, and he was thrown out trying to steal. And here we had first and second with nobody out. The pitch missing outside. It's 3-0. Top of the lineup with Ryder Manali coming up next. The 3-0 taking all the way. It is low for ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. The bases are loaded here for South Carolina as Ryder Manali to the plate. Hashtag Titletown needs more swag in the case. Let's get it, North Charleston. This way to go, John David. Awesome play with the baseball emoji. Let's go Team Louisiana. Bring home the championship from Winsboro, DYB. Manali with a walk his first time. The pitch is a breaking ball that's in there for a strike. Nice pitch. Manali walked and was thrown out trying to score on a wild pitch at home in the first inning. The 0-1 is swung on, hit high into foul ground. The third baseman going out, shortstop out, and he bobbles and makes the catch. As Judice had it pop out of his glove, but able to hang on and make the catch. A big out for out number 2. This way to go, Banks. Keep it up, Love, and Shannon. Who is going to win? I don't know. Ask me after the 6th inning. You got this, Mason. The comeback starts now, SC, from the Sailors in Ohio. So proud of John David. The next one reads the pitch. Chopper over the head. The shortstop grabs it and tags second base all in one motion. So Judice with the 6 unassisted. As Anderson forced out, and that snaps Morlando's 11 consecutive hit streak, but he still is in the record books. So for the 2nd inning in a row, North Carolina leaves them loaded. Actually, they've left 5 on through 3 innings. We're halfway home here in this one. Franklin County 3 outs away from forcing the if game. They lead 6-0 here on JockJive.
Bottom of the 3rd for South Carolina, there was no runs on 1 hit, 3 men left on base. After 3 complete, Louisiana 6.
Coming this fall to JockJive.com, SWAC football, soccer, and volleyball, Tuskegee football, the ACCC game of the week, Great American Rivalries, HBCU football, Navarre and Baker High School football, Georgia Military College football, Gulf South Conference soccer, and more. Check us out often. We are JockJive Sports.
Substitution for South Carolina, number 34, Charlie Meade, left field. Both teams have completed.
So 34, Charlie Meade is now in left, so that is the final defensive replacement for both teams. So that requirement has been met.
You're listening to the Franklin All-Stars, known as Team Louisiana, 2018 Dixie Youth World Series. From Lumberton, North Carolina. Portions of our game today are being
We invite your support and contribution to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund that has offered financial assistance to several thousand former players. Funds for these scholarships come from many sources. We ask you to consider a contribution, and by doing so, help graduates of Dixie Youth Baseball continue their education. None of the contributions are used for administrative purposes. It all goes to the students. If you're interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials here at the series. They will provide you with information and answers to any questions about the application process. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in past years, DYB expresses its appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. As the top of the 4th is a base hit for Lovell. So for the 3rd time, the leadoff man reaching on the very first pitch he sees. Jumping on that first pitch. Reed Lovell is now 2 for 2. It's Jeremy Paradia to the plate. And he hits one up the middle, off the glove of the second baseman. Trickling into center, and the throw to second will not be in time. Great effort there by Donovan Johnson, laying out, but just a couple inches short. So 2 runners on here as Dan Eibert to the plate. How many innings they play? They play 6. But that's a good segue. If South Carolina goes for a big inning here, takes a 10-0 lead and holds Louisiana, this game will end in 4 innings. So proud of number 10, Lauren, and Team Louisiana. Love you guys with the purple and yellow heart emoji and the baseball emoji. Let's go, Jeremy, the hashtag Team Paradia. The bunt is down. Second baseman over to first, and it got him by a half a step. Good hustle there by Eibert. But Johnson coming all the way in from second to field that one. So the sack goes 4-3, but the runners do advance a base. Lovell to third, Paradia to second. Says good job, Jeremy. That was a strike call. Says we're listening from Amsterdam. Go South Carolina. Keep it up, Mason from the Cali kids. I'm assuming that's the European one. To third, the throw coming home, and he will be tagged out. That'll go 5-2 on the fielder's choice. As Lovell slow to get up, as that ankle probably slid right into the ankle pad of Morlando. So runners now at the corners. Proddy at third with 2 down now for John David Hidalgo. Says, come on, SC, bring the championship home to North Charleston from the Meads in Coburn, Virginia. Scratch you, that's not Hidalgo, it's Lauren Wells. I was looking at the number 10 batter. This is the second time through the lineup. Now, the third time through the lineup, Lauren Wells has reached on an error and scored. Chopper. Pitcher has it. He is only play. Oh, he doesn't have a play. So it's an infield hit and an RBI. So runners now at first and second is now 7-0 Louisiana. Final in the O-Zone. Alabama over in Arkansas 3-1. So Alabama will advance to take on Louisiana in the championship of the O-Zone later tonight. If this score holds, we're going to have all 3 if games, which has got to be a first. Let's go SC. You got this from the Muellers. That's a big swing and a miss by Giudice. 1-1. Again, the runner at second is Dylan Enzina. The runner at first is Lauren Wells. Swung on, hit well to center field, and that ball will one-hop the fence. One is going to score. The runner around third, they're going to send him into the throw coming to the plate. Will not be in time. Throw to third. And he's off the bag. He gets a double, but he slid past the bag. So Giudice will get a double and actually a triple, I guess because he did technically touch the base, and drive in 2 runs. As Wells scores and Enzina scores, it is now 9-0 Louisiana. As we head to the bottom of the 4th here on JockJive.com. Says North Charleston proud, go South Carolina. Says good job, Lauren.
Top of the 4th for Louisiana, there was 3 runs on 4 hits. No one left over. 3.5. Louisiana 9, South Carolina 10.
Again, we encourage you to like us on Facebook at JockJive, where if any of these if game times move up, we can let you know. Because right now, if this one holds, the if game is scheduled for 7. If game for the AAA, which is North and South Carolina, is at 6. Alabama and Louisiana in the O-Zone if game at 6:30. Again, I believe those times can move up if both teams agree to it. But if they don't, then we'll have to go at regular time. And I want to give a big shout out to all the local folks here in Lumberton and all of the Tims. From what I remember, the Park and Rec director is Tim. The head of the Lumberton Youth League is Tim. And I guess the head of all the athletic leagues, the youth leagues in Lumberton, is also Tim. So thank you to all the Tims and all their support staff that's made this thing run smoothly. We didn't have any rain delays this go-around, thank God. We did have one the previous Sunday in the AA for about 3.5 hours.
Top of the 4th, first batter for South Carolina, number 14, Mason Salisbury.
As Mason Salisbury reached on an error his first time. pitch to Salisbury is up and away for ball one. This will definitely be a first that we've had all 3 if games here at the World Series. And it's swung on and hit down the right field line. That's going to get foul. The 1-1 pitch is low and away to the backstop. Count is 2-1. That is up. This Club Horizons is cheering for South Carolina, okay? 3-1 to Salisbury. South Carolina needs a whole lot of base runners. The 3-1, and, well, that's a start. Leadoff walk. South Carolina's put the leadoff man on in every inning, and obviously they have yet to fail to score. As Thayer Tavermina struck out swinging his first time. The pitch, up and away for ball one. The 1-0 is a strike called. 1-1 to Thayer Tavermina. And he and Alexander ineligible to pitch today because of going over the 40-pitch mark yesterday just to get here. The 1-1, does he check his swing? He does not. It's 1-2. Drew Hayes waits on deck. The 1-2 is swung on, poked down the right field line, but foul by about 1.5 feet. This SC are all winners in North Charleston Eyes. We love you guys. And that is a strike 3 called. So 1 down here in the first. And again, this is a text line. It is not a line to call. The pitch is a strike called. The 0-1 swung on and fouled out of play. 0-2. The 0-2 poked. Pitcher knocks it down, recovers to first in time. It's 1-3. The runner advances to second, though. 2 down. Says, come on, Franklin. We won an if game. Well, you're on your way. Go Team Louisiana from the Franklin 10U All-Stars. That one is hit down the line. That's a fair ball. And South Carolina's going to get on the board as Enzina went diving to his right and come up a little gimpy. He's still gimping around out there. Holding his right leg, so we're going to have to check on young Mr. Enzina, as that's going to be a triple down the line for Cameron Scott. So the boys of North Charleston finally on the board here. It's 9-1. Not sure, he went diving to his right and got a piece of the ball, and I don't know if he tweaked it when he got back up. Wasn't sure. We were watching the ball and the runner coming around the base, so it's really the only adversity Team Louisiana's had today, as they have had their way. It says, good luck, Charlie Meade and Team SC from the Hamiltons in Harrogate, Tennessee. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And I think Enzina's coming out of the game. Actually, I think Enzina was the one that went sliding into the catcher, Marlando, in the previous inning. And he was kind of wincing around a little bit, so Hidalgo will go back in. So Hidalgo back to his originally starting spot. So that might be something to keep an eye on what is starting to look like we're going to have an if game, whether Enzina will be good to go or not. No, actually, it was Lovell that got injured at the plate against Orlando earlier, as Landon Gomes to the plate, and he swings and misses for strike one. Is this a best of three? Well, technically, yes. It's double elimination. And South Carolina is the only undefeated team left. So, yes, that is why they will be most likely an if game unless a monumental comeback gets started here real quick. An 0-2 count here to Landon Gomes. The 0-2 pitch, way upstairs, 1-2. Says Team South Carolina, great team of hardworking young men, wonderful supportive families and siblings. Go North Charleston. And one more time, it is a number 2 text, ladies and gentlemen. The 1-2 pitch, swung on, chop foul. Strike him out, the next one reads. The 1-2 pitch is low for ball 2. Says, come on, Landon. We do this. The 2-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. So for the fourth time, or the third time in 4 innings, South Carolina leaves runners on. They've left 6 on here through 4. We head to the top of the 5th. North Louisiana leading 9-1 here on JockJive.
Bottom of the 4th for South Carolina, there was 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left on base. Ready for complete. Louisiana 9, South Carolina 1.
He's got him. He's got him now.
Pitch count for Landon Walden, 30.
As we have a new pitcher for Team South Carolina.
Yeah. I was thinking the same one.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards presented at these Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is always being a gracious loser, and even more, a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves matters such as fair play, keen rivalry, careful observance of the rules, and courtesy toward your opponents. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must demonstrate good conduct and a positive attitude throughout the series, be proud and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the series, have umpires that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams, and be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series join the coaches and players in observing these rules of behavior while attending the games. Let's make this a wonderful year of fun and great memories. As we have paramedics over here in the Louisiana dugout. Well, if they're tending to young Mr. Enzina, who I guess tweaked a knee or a leg on that triple. Again, not sure if he hurt it when he went to ground or when he popped back up. But They're checking on him to our left. We're closer to the Louisiana dugout here in our broadcast location, as Alonzo Alexander will lead things off. And he swings and fouls one to the left side. I think this is the only game going on at the moment. We were the last of 3 to start today. They had staggered starts. 10, 10:30, and 11 Eastern. This is the 11 Eastern game. The 0-1 is low for a ball. So again, it could be a little bit of history here in Lumberton. This could be the first time, I believe, that we have all 3 if games. The 1-1 to Alexander is a ball. 2-1. That's a good job, boys. The hashtag says Team LA. And that one's going to hit Alexander in the back. So he is hit by a pitch. That is the 4th time in 5 innings the leadoff man has been on for Louisiana.
Pitch hitting, number 12, John David, batting for...
As Hidalgo will now be batting for Walden here in the 5th. And that is swung on and over the shortstop into left field for a base hit, so the pinch hit works out. Again, Louisiana is dialing all the right numbers today. Runners at first and second with nobody out for Gabe Hebert.
Substitute pitch hitting, number 4, Dylan Steiner.
As Dylan Steiner will bat for Hebert, who struck out twice. So that's low for a ball. So Steiner struck out in his previous at-bat back in the 2nd. Again, it's Alonzo Alexander at second and Hidalgo, John David Hidalgo at first, as the runner heads to third, as they lost track of where he was. So heads up running there by Alexander. They didn't even look him back. Now he's going to score. So South Carolina, a little lapse there as Louisiana has made it 10-1. The pitch is swung on, grounder, past the third baseman in the left for a base hit. Now the specter's starting to loom that this game could end in the 5th on the mercy rule. Reed Lovell with a pair of hits to the plate.
Now batting number 6, Reed Lovell.
Yeah, they're checking on Mr. Enzina in there in the dugout after that leg injury or knee injury of some kind. The pitch is a chopper. Shortstop has it. He'll flip to second for 1, over to first, not in time. Pulls Tavermine off the bag. He would have been safe anyway, I believe. So the fielder's choice will go 6-4 as Steiner is forced out.
Batter number 42, Jeremy Pradea.
Is Jeremy Pradea to the plate, who has 2 hits and 2 runs scored. The 1-0 pitch swung on and fouled out of play by Pradea. The 1-1 pitch, low and away. Runner headed to second. They're just going to give it to him on the fielder indifference. So it's starting to look like we will have 3 if games. The 2-1 missing outside. 2-1. Pradea with a single and a run scored in the 2nd, single and a run scored in the 4th, and he's the number 7 batter. The 3-1's going to miss upstairs. The bases are loaded.
Pitch hitting, Number 11, Gary Fauché.
So another pinch hitter is Carter Fauché. He's going to bat for Iberg. Fauché struck out looking in his only other at bat in the second. That one is a strike call. The pitch is a strike call. Count now 0-2. Again, this is the only game going at the moment. Again, folks, there is a chance that some of these if game times could be moved up. The 0-2, missing outside for ball one. 10-1, the boys of Franklin jumped out early. 2 in the first, 4 in the second. 3 more in the fourth, and 1 here. That one's a wild pitch, gets away. Runner coming in, throw home, and he's going to be safe. And now the run rule on the table as Hidalgo scores to make it 11-1, but South Carolina does get a bat in the bottom half. Both runners advancing a base. Couple shout outs to get to here. The pitch to Fauché, swings and misses. He strikes out. So Dylan Enzina is out there, so apparently he's well enough to bat. Says shout out to Gabriel Aber and family from Jonathan Marcotte. Says way to go, Jeremy. Bring it home from Team Prati. That one is swung on and hit into center field. Center fielder drifting back and will make the catch. So Team Louisiana with a pair, but the big news is South Carolina needs a run to keep the game going. We will head to the bottom of the fifth. It's 11-1, Louisiana on top. Excuse me, here on JockJive. Says way to go, Team Louisiana. Redemption game is on. Says go, John David. We love you from Uncle Mark and Aunt Monica. Again, nothing official, but there is talk of one of these age groups moving up, but nothing official yet. So we hope to find that out from DYB officials. Because Aunt Monica and Uncle Mark love our John David.
Pitch count for Hunter Gomes, 20.
So again, the if game here in the majors is supposed to be 7, AAA at 6, Ozone at 6:30. So again, nothing official, just talk. Again, it's a case where both coaches have to agree if a game time gets moved up. So we'll definitely keep you updated on that. Again, like us on Facebook, because that's where we will update you. As Walden looking to close the door here in the bottom of the fifth, it'll be Gomes, Johnson, and then back to the top in Ryder Manali. Says go Team Louisiana, 3 outs and ball game. So with the score the way it is, we won't have any type of post-game ceremonies because nobody's getting eliminated. Hunter Gomes struck out looking his first time. As he steps out. I believe the Louisiana coaches are checking on pitch count here, because the specter obviously looming large that there will be an if game, so they want to make sure they don't burn a pitcher. So South Carolina and Louisiana will both have 2 teams playing for a World Series championship later today. I believe that's Reed Lovell saying hi to all his fans back home. It's a thankless job being behind the plate, but it works out here because you get the most airtime because you're the closest to the camera. So I believe Walden right now is at 30 pitches. So he's got 10 to work with before somebody else has to come in. And again, Alexander cannot be one of them since he pitched a no-hitter and went the distance, throwing well over 60 pitches. So that means he cannot pitch at all today. So it'll be Staff throwing for Team Louisiana in the championship game. And again, for the about 10th time, this is a text line. It is a strike called. Hunter Gomes struck out looking his first time. It says, draw the fish, go LA, the text reads. That is swung on, hit to right field. Right fielder coming in, charging, and makes the sliding catch. And na-na-na, but I believe for number 1, Gabe Hebert. And that is the South Carolina game in a microcosm right there. Everything that can gone right has gone right for the boys of Franklin. As Donovan Johnson to the plate. Pitch is swung on, ground ball up the middle. Knocked down by the shortstop, pops up, throws, it gets away. That'll be an E6 as he heads to second. Oh, he thought about going to second, but now he gets back. Nice job there by Lovell backing him up. He got halfway to second, thought, oh, I better go back. This great job, Reed Joe. So again, a reminder, like us on Facebook. We will have the game times there. There is talk, but nothing official yet, of times moving. The pitch is swung on and fouled out of play by Manali, who is 0 for 1. He walked in the first, but then was thrown out trying to score, and then popped out to short. Says, way to go, Louisiana. The pitch is a strike called, 0-2. Says, go Gabe, love Jason, Andrea, and Laney. Walden's 0-2 to Manali is swung on and hit well to center. The center fielder going back, and it is off the base of the wall. Missed a home run by just a couple of feet. As that is a deep double by Manali.
Next batter, number 16, PJ.
Actually, that's a long single, as Johnson had to wait to see if the ball was going to be caught. About as long a single as you can get, as P.J. Merlando to the plate. P.J. in the record books with 11 consecutive base hits in a World Series tournament. That is a new, and it's best by 3. 3 players had 8. So it's safe to say this young man's had one heck of a tournament. That is swung on and fouled at the plate. Says, go, Lauren, we love you. Aunt Missy, Morgan, Omar, and Remy. Says, good luck, Franklin, from Local 483C at Cabot Corporation. The 1-1 pitch is swung on. Chopper to the shortstop. Bobbles. Recovers over to first. Not in time. That's going to be an E6, and the bases are loaded. So So the boys of North Charleston say, we're not done just yet. And they got the heart of the lineup coming here. As time is called, we believe this is Clint Judice to the mound. Only because I know that this is a song, we're going to oblige this person. She said, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mama. Don't ask me to do it the way whoever does it, does it. So Dylan and Zeno will be on the mound here in a bases-loaded situation with one out. Dixie Youth Baseball is celebrating its 63rd year of providing a fun but competitive game of baseball to leagues affiliated with the program in 11 southeastern states. All Dixie Youth officials are unpaid volunteers who devote their time and energy to servicing the leagues who play Dixie Youth rules in the regular season and tournament play. Be a volunteer in your local league and help the youngsters in your community enjoy the rich traditions of the game of baseball. Shout out says, great job, Gabe.
Now pitching for Louisiana, number 3, Dylan and Zena.
Apparently Dylan Zena is fine. Like I said earlier, he went diving to his right to try to make a stop on a triple down the line and came up a little gimpy. Paramedics went into the dugout to check on him, but he must be all right if he's going to be able to pitch. You obviously need your knees for pitching. So you got this Dylan. Says, God bless our boys from Hanson Memorial at St. John Academy. We love our Louisiana first baseman, Go Dan. Love Nana B and Ella. As I believe John Hayes back out on the field. Salisbury has been on base twice, reached on an error, and walked and scored. The bases are loaded here for South Carolina. The pitch is a strike called. So it's going to be a fairly long day here at Pennington Park here in Lumberton, as we're probably going to have 3 if games. Swung on, line drive, off the glove of the first baseman. Trickles into shallow right as one is going to score, and that's all they're going to get. That'll be an infield hit. As Salisbury drives in Johnson, so we will have the 6th inning. It's 11-2. Thayer Tavermina with a pair of strikeouts. He struck out swinging in the first and looking in the 4th. So the run rule off the table. Now the lead is 9 for Louisiana. The pitch. Changeup missing high for a ball. It's going to be awfully interesting to see who comes out to throw for both these teams. Again, Tavermina and Alexander are already out. That one is low and away. And I don't think anybody's broken 40 in this one, so everybody should be eligible to pitch. But I understand Paul McCullough, and tell me if I'm wrong, in a situation like this, you can pitch 85 as long as you don't go over 40 in game 1, correct? Yes. So a pitcher can throw 40 in this one and then throw 45 in the second one, as long as you don't break 40 in the first one. A lot of numbers, I know. The 2-1 to Tavermina is chopped at the plate. Pitcher coming out, he will flip it home, and he throws it wide. The runner coming around is for Morlando, is going to tie and score, and he does! Good hustle by Morlando. On the fielder's choice, it plates 2. Don't look now, it's 11-4. So Manali scores as Enzina tried to flip home to Lovell. He threw it wide, and that allowed Morlando to score as well on a close play. And I believe we may see a pitching change here. This would definitely be the mother of all comebacks right here, but it's still a long way to go. But South Carolina, again, with runners in scoring position, 2 of them. As I believe it's going to be, they're going to stay with Enzina here. It says, love you, JockJive. Well, aren't you sweet? That's from the, I guess, the rapper who sent me those song lyrics. It's impressive that I know of the song at age 46. Don't ask me who sings it. I'll leave that to you youngsters. Give me my classic rock any day of the week. As Drew Hayes to the plate, who is 0 for 2, and he takes strike one. Yeah, I'm still stuck in the 80s, folks, that's for sure. Pitch is a ball. I believe that'll even it at a ball and a strike. Scoreboard says 2-1. Hopefully the home plate umpire will. Yes, 1-1. Thank you, sir. I don't even know if he heard me, but at least read my mind. The 1-1 is low. Now it's 2-0. 2-1. Don't call it a comeback. Now, I know that song. The pitch is low for ball. Oh, it's strike two. I'm about to say low for ball three, but the man that's getting paid said different. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. South Carolina with 3 already. The 2-2 is swung on and fouled out of play to the right. So again, shameless plug, but we have good reason. Like us on Facebook. If we have a time change, that's where you can find it. The 2-2, Uncle Charlie for strike 3. Nice pitch there by Enzina. As Cameron Scott to the plate, who has been on base twice, he tripled his last time. Says go SC from Aunt Jan and Uncle John in Mount Pleasant. Pitch is low for a ball. Again, Scott was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning and then was thrown out trying to steal. And then he hit an RBI triple in the 4th and was left on base again. The 1-0 is a strike call. So we will have the 6th inning because of this 3-run outburst here, but from North Charleston. Pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. So let's go Team SC battling hard. AAA Team SC is watching and cheering for you. Crush those bats, South Carolina. Go Mason. Enzina looking to get out of a jam here. The 1-2 to Scott is a check swing and it's strike 3 called. Thought it was low. But South Carolina will leave 2 more on. They have left 8 on in the ballgame. They do get 3, though, to force the 6th inning. We head to the top of the 6th when we get back. Franklin looking to add back to a lead, which is now only 7. 11-4 here on JockJive.
South Carolina 4. Pitch count for 16.
Remember the name for Zappy.
Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on reaching the Dixie Youth World Series. In July and August, champions in the Ozone, Majors, AAA, AA Coach Pitch, and AA Machine Pitch divisions from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series? All 5 World Series championships will be in Ruston, Louisiana this year. Louisiana will have the top of its lineup. That sound you hear is the water bottle of the umpire. Sounds like an earthquake in my ear. Lauren Wells, Ethan Judice, Alonzo Alexander, the top 3 batters in the lineup, have reached base 6 times out of 9. So the top third of the lineup getting it done for Louisiana as Lauren Wells to the plate. This will be his 4th at bat. He reached on an error and scored the 1st. He grounded out to 2nd in the 2nd, reached on an infield hit that plated a run in the 4th. He also scored. That one's up for a ball. The 1-0 chopped foul to the left. About an hour and 45 into this one. The 1-1 is chopped foul to the right. Third baseman charging. He has it. Tries to transfer it. He cannot. That'll be an infield hit. That would have been a great play by Salisbury, but I think there was a slight bobble in the transfer from glove to hand. So let's go SC, 3 up, 3 down. Judice has been on base twice in this one. RBI triple in a run scored, and he gets hit by a pitch. Now he's on for the third time. It's Alonzo Alexander, who looks like he's capable of putting one in one of those trees out there. Comes to the plate as time is called. We believe this is John Hayes to the mound. Getting earlier, North Carolina, with 2 in the bottom of the 6th, eliminates Florida 2-1 in the AAA division, so it'll be North and South Carolina for all the marbles there. And then Alabama edging Arkansas 3-1, so it'll be Alabama and Louisiana in that one. So it's still likely that we're going to have 3 if games.
Pitching change, number 14, Mason Salisbury.
As Mason Salisbury is going to go from third to the mound here. He will be the third pitcher of the day for Team South Carolina. That means we're going to have us a new third baseman. I'm guessing maybe Manali will go back to his shortstop spot and Hayes to third, but I'm not sure. And nothing has been official yet, but there is a chance that some of these start times for the championship games will get moved up. Of course, both teams have to agree. So again, you can like us on Facebook to keep updated with that. I'm actually thinking I'm just going to stay here. My day job, I'm the sports editor at the Gulf Breeze News in Gulf Breeze, Florida. This time of year, to fill space until the high school kids get back, do a college football preview. I'm working on Alabama for next week. Alabama's only got 3 starters back on defense. And, of course, the big story in Tuscaloosa is who the quarterback's going to be. Probably won't know until opening kickoff. Pitch to Alexander is a ball upstairs. Yeah, Nick Saban gets paid enough to hear that question every day, which is probably going to be the case. The pitch is swung on and ripped foul. I think it's going to be Tua for this reason. I was looking. It's kind of shocking that a team that won the national championship finished 91st in the nation in passing offense. So that's why I'm thinking Tua might have the edge. He's the one that, of course, led Alabama to the national title this past year. The 1-1 is a rip past the third baseman in the left. They're going to send the runner around. He's going to score. The throw's going to come all the way into home, and that's going to allow the trail runner, Alexander, to take second. So an RBI single by Alexander, moving up to second on the throw. Judice to third. Lauren Wells scores to make it 12-4. As John David Hidalgo will bat for the third time. He's 2 for 2. He had a single and an RBI in the second. He came in to hit for Walden in the fourth and had a single and a run scored. Now here with Ducks on the pond. The pitch is swung on, and that's hit well to left. The left fielder going back, and that is going to 3-hop the fence. Both runs will score. It's going to be at least a double for Walden. He'll stop there. A 2-run double. It is now 14-4. So any thought of South Carolina looking to stage a comeback just got water thrown on that, as Louisiana has plated 3 here, as Steiner will bat again, who hit a single his last time. That one is popped down the right field line. Trouble, and it's a foul ball. Foul ball. And it didn't miss by much. But the first base umpire right on top of it down there, Mr. J.T. Batchelor. And that is why you have 4 umpires here at the World Series. He was right on top of it, watching it the whole way. Actually, it fell between our vantage points. We had to wait for the call. That one is a strike called, as we didn't see the ball land because Batchelor was right in our line of sight down that right field line. The 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss, and that will be a strikeout. 1 down here for Reed Lovell. Who has been on base all 3 times. 2 singles and a fielder's choice. The pitch is swung on and hit to right center. That could be trouble. The center fielder with a sliding grab out there. Nice work, Landon Gomes. The runner tags up, play at third, and he's going to be safe. Great catch out there by Gomes, who made the play at third awfully close. Jeremy Pradia to the plate. 2 singles, or 2 runs scored, and a walk. The pitch, a swing and a miss. South Carolina, in case you're wondering, will have the Gomeses and Johnson coming up in the bottom of the 6th, 7, 8, and 9. The pitch is upstairs, making it 1-1. Again, this is the only game going right now. Again, there is talk. We have not heard anything official. That's a strike called. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss by Pradia. But the damage done again, as for the 5th time today, Louisiana put a crooked number up. 2-4-0, 3-2, and 3, the line score for Franklin, as they are 3 outs away from an if game. It is 14-4 here on JockJive. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth in our communities, to build the responsible leaders and parents of tomorrow. The real goal is to teach them fair play, love of God and country, and leave them better equipped for life as a result of the lessons through the game of baseball. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as a volunteer. There is no better calling. Also invite you to support and contribute to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund, which has offered financial assistance to several thousand former players. Funds for these scholarships come from many sources. We ask you to consider a contribution, and by doing so, help graduates of Dixie Youth Baseball continue their education. None of the contributions are used for administrative purposes. It all goes to the students. If you're interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials here at the series. They will provide you with information and answer any questions about the application process. On behalf of those who received scholarships in past years, DYB expresses its appreciation for your support of the scholarship program.
16.
Back here, 5-6 we go with Dylan and Zena trying to shut the door. Again, we want to thank all our sponsors who stepped up and bringing this.
So it'll be Landon Gomes, Hunter Gomes, Donovan Johnson. Both Gomes, neither one have reached base today, but Donovan Johnson has been on base twice.
Only one way to end it now. That's bringing home the big trophy.
Batting from the left side, Landon Gomes will swing and miss. He tried to check his swing, but unable. Pitch low and away. 1-1. As Lovell looks in for the sign, the 1-1 pitch is low and away for ball 2. Says great pitching, Mason. Ground ball to first baseman, race to the bag and diving and into the bag. It'll be 3 unassisted as Gomes out on the good hustle there by Dan Eibert.
Next batter, number 21, Hunter Gomes.
As Hunter Gomes to the plate, 0 for 2. The pitch is a check swing, but he went around. It's 0-1. The 0-1 nearly hit Gomes. It was up and in. It's now 1-1. Says good job, Dan. Pitch is swung on down the right field line. Foul. It'll be 1-2. Donovan Johnson waiting on deck. Again, a little quiet here at Pennington Park. Again, the other 2 games are already done. We have if games for both. And the 1-2 low and away for ball 2. And unless South Carolina can score 11, we're going to have a third one. And scheduled times are 6, 6:30, and 7, but those could change. That is low. This one's scheduled for 7 o'clock Eastern if it doesn't change. Count full here to Hunter Gomes. 3-2, swung on and fouled back. He fights to stay alive. Gomes struck out looking in the second. He flew out to right in the 5th. South Carolina has left 8 on in the ball game. So Enzina here with another 3-2 pitch. It is swung on, poked into right field. Second base going out and will make the catch just on the lip of the grass for out number 2. That's Pradia. So Louisiana now 1 out away.
Next batter, number 24, Donovan Johnson.
Johnson walked in the 1st, was left on, reached on an error in the 5th and scored. So he's officially 0 for 1 as he mad at himself as he ducked out of the way. I don't know if he'd want to take one in the noggin or not. The 1-0 headed home. That one's going to miss outside. Ball 2. As Ryder Manali on deck, should Johnson extend it. That is a rip and caught by the shortstop. So that'll do it. The boys of Franklin, Louisiana have forced the if game. So for the 3rd time in this tournament, it'll be Franklin, Louisiana, North Charleston, South Carolina. But the 3rd one will be the charm for all the marbles here in the Majors division. And for the first time, I believe, in history, all 3 if games are going to be needed. You see the boys shaking hands there. So again, this game is scheduled for 7 o'clock Eastern. I think we have.
If the coaches want to move earlier,
Yeah.
we'll come back and
After
tell
handshakes, both managers and the pitchers back.
Okay. Mr. Wes Skelton coming down here to ask and to stay on the air, so we'll do that. We may get a game time change if they agree to it. You see Wes about to enter your screen in the blue polo. from the state of Texas. He's asking to see if they want to move it up. So again, we'll wait for Mr. Skelton to find out. So again, if they don't agree, it is 7 o'clock Eastern, but it sounds like Mr. Skelton is going to try his best to change some game times here. So we'll hold here until we hear from Mr. Skelton, who has been the commissioner now for over 2 decades, I believe. I think we are flipping for home team for the if game. And it looks like Louisiana will be the home team. 3:30. All right, so we do have that change. 3:30. So it'll be South Carolina and Louisiana at 3:30 for all the marbles. So we'll be back here, in about 2.5 hours for the championship game in the major division.
Henry Thompson, please come to the press box. Henry Thompson.
Okay. So apparently the other 2 brackets will stay the same. So it'll be the AAA, North Carolina, South Carolina at 6, Alabama, Louisiana in the O-Zone at 6:30, and this one here will now be 3:30 Eastern Time. So we'll be back here in a couple hours for all the marbles here with Louisiana and South Carolina. Jason Thompson signing off, wishing you, wherever you tuned in today, a pleasant afternoon.